Hello, it's Bloody OcUK here once again with, well, one part unboxing, one part doing stuff, because what's in this box is primarily going to be used for that, although not that. So, yeah, and it's probably familiar tape, because, well, I think one of the first part of my bedroom overhaul actually had another package come through, but I digress, because I've already removed the shipping label, and to avoid any blushes, I am going to open this off camera, so jump cut. So first, along with the obligatory Haribo, which you would normally find in an overclocker's order, we have a Zotac GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. Yep. Originally, this build was going to be getting an RX 460, but after all the tests I actually saw on the 1050 Ti in comparison to the 460, I decided to spend the extra money, I'm not sure how much extra money, and went for the 1050 Ti. But you're probably thinking, the power supply in that computer isn't going to be able to take this, because it's only 240 watts. Yeah, well, this is where number 2 comes in. I'm going to have to turn that around a bit, because what we have is an EVGA 450B. I was originally going to get a modular supply, but I thought I might as well pay the extra and get it from a more known brand. So I'm gonna have to shift this unboxing table around and start swapping components around. But first, I need to go into the BIOS, because just a minute, if I can ECH, no, where is it? System agent, graphics. Yep, here we go. So I need to reset that back to automatic. Primary display is set to auto, that is fine. Right, and yep, so change the settings. Yep. Yes, it's now got to go through all of its little who does and whatsies. Right. Change the monitor settings back to automatic. The graphics memory settings back to automatic. And, well, next is going to be the swapping of parts. Back in a moment. Oh, looks like I picked the wrong time to fire this thing up, because the game seems to be updating through Steam. So it's going to be a little bit longer, but well, in a moment I should have this powered down, everything disconnected, and this unplugged on the table, ready for the big swap of parts to begin. Alright, quick status report. The power supply is now out and out of the way, as you can probably just about see. I've just finished tying off the cables that I don't need. Next step is getting this power supply into this case and getting everything wired up. Back in a bit, see. And the power supply is now, well, screwed into place. All I need to do now is, well, plug in the wires that need to be plugged in, tuck away the rat's nest that needs to be tucked away. So, once again, be back in the dipsy. Right, we are wired, fired, and according to that green light, we are getting power. So, monitor on. Yes, we are getting power. And the keyboard's glowing orange again because, well, you know how that goes. Yep, that is going. And yes, success. We have successful power on and boot. Yeah. So, 8:21. Shouldn't take me too long to wiggle around all of this crap and get the graphics card in because, well, it isn't that big. Alright. Good. We are out. Right, let's do this. Shut down. And there we go. You know, I think that one's actually quieter than that. So, well, back in a bit when I should have the graphics card around to plug in. Back in a mo. The first thing I'm doing before I slap the graphics card in is removing this crappy, no name Wi-Fi card because, well, it's completely useless and, well, that blanking plate there is going to cover up that hole very nicely. So, back in the tipsy. Yep, and we're in. At least. The cables aren't mucking up anything around the card. It's not obstructing the fan. So, next thing to do is to get this thing back together and give it a final test. And everything is back together. Although I did have to discard the included power cord because it's not long enough to reach from there to the power. So I had to go back to the originally supplied cable from ZooStorm. So, power on. Nothing's gone bang. The problem is I won't be able to know if, well, that should tell me middle light in the switch has come on, which means system is getting power. So, maiden voyage of Hina Ichigo with a GTX 1050 Ti. Yep, and it is picking up off the DVI. Thank goodness. Just a minute, let's change the colour of the light back. Oh, great. New CPU installed. Right. Let's get out, Save and exit. You have not made any changes. Let's go. And yep, we are now booting from the 1050 Ti. Yep, keyboard and mouse is cut out because, well, that's normal. And turn on the speakers. Keyboard has come on, mouse has come on. And it is probably going to take a while, so we are online. Alright. I'll be back in a flash. Probably that time it took, it just installed some generic drivers, because, well, it looks like we're still getting 1080. So, back in a flash while I log in. Oh, I'm actually surprised it does 1080p on the Microsoft Basic Display driver. Well, currently extracting the driver files for the graphics card. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 100. So back in a mo while I let this thing install. Yep. And here we are. Well, barely can see it because focus. Can I get focus? No. Well, there we are. NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. All installed and running. Well, I'm going to let this stew for a bit, so I'm going to, well, I was actually going to move this lot, but with the amount of time it's taken, because it's gone 9 o'clock. Regain focus. At least this is something it can do. Well, because it's taken so long, I'm just going to leave this here to stew for a bit. Looks like it's stopped grinding on the old hard drive. Yeah, and focus. Alright, I'm gonna put that away, tidy everything else up, and well, the next cut will be when I actually do some testing, because I've got a lot to do before I can actually get that done. Back in an hour or 5. And a little bit extra while I glean through all the available jobs looking for gainful employment. The power supply, that EVGA power supply, has definitely done the world to the noise level. Because I could still actually hear the system after it had started up. Now I've got this power supply in, the only noise I'm hearing is off the stock Intel cooler. So, well, one good thing is GeForce Experience got all that set up, and it's optimized 6 of the games I've installed. So it's done Master of Orion, Prison Architect, Rocket League, World of Tanks, World of Warships, and XCOM Enemy Unknown. So, well, know where at least I'll be starting my tests from. But first, I need to get all my usual stuff sorted out. Back in a flip. Hi, and we're back. And, well, I've come to see that the estimates given by GeForce Experience for optimal settings seem to be very, well, so how I say, conservative, because on World of Warships I couldn't even get below 60 FPS no matter how far I turned up the graphics. World of Tanks started hitting centuries after I changed it to recommended settings by the program, and Master of Orion is also hitting near centuries. Unfortunately, you can't really see because, well, this camera is a 5.5 tons of garbage. Yeah. We seem to be going rather well. I could probably punch this up to top levels of on the graphics settings and, well, be done with it. So, with the Interrans trying to wipe out another one of my, well, not so thriving colonies, I'm gonna put this to an end.
Our scientists have made a new discovery.
Yep, and we're over the century. Yeah. Titans and heavy fighter bays. Yeah. And energy disruption.
Fantastic.
Yep, fantastic. So, with all of this done, I'll probably do another video where I finish my little plan. I'll probably do that in the morning. Or, well, when I actually start on the old computer work. So, this is Blighty Otaku, signing off. Until next time, I'll catch you laters.